Good evening to all of you and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. As we all know that daily at 7 p.m. we come up with the Hindu editorial. So I'm here in front of you. So if I am audible and visible, just write in the comments, yes sir, you're audible, so that we can start our session. So today is 26th July and today is Tuesday and we are here with today's the Hindu editorial analysis. Okay, so I hope you are aware that these articles were in the news. The first is Draupadi Murmu is President of India, and the second article on the right side was Myanmar executes political prisoners. So these two articles were very much in the news. So we will be discussing the first page, these two articles. So let's discuss first Draupadi Murmu is the President of India. Now, the important points which will be important for you in the examination that we will be discussing today. Yes. So the first thing she says is, this is not my personal achievement. It is the achievement of every poor person in this country. So what the first line says, Draupadi Murmu took the charge or took the office of 15th President of India. So yes, you can see here is the zoomed version. So 15th President of India, the first important fact is she is the 15th President of India. The second is she is the first tribal to lead, to be the President of India. Okay, 15th President of India. Second, first tribal to be the President of India. Third point is she is the second woman President of India after Pratibha Patil. Please remember it, after Pratibha Patil. Is it clear? If you are making notes, someone was writing in the live chat in comments, sir, please help me know what to write in the notes. So whatever I speak, so you can write like this. Okay, so when I see, you can write President of India. So her name is Draupadi Murmu. So you can write that she is first tribal President of India. Okay, she is the second woman President of India. Okay, then you can write she is the 15th President of India. Okay, so whenever I am telling you these points, write these points in your daily notes or whatever the notes diary you make out of it. Okay, so these small point type, please do not write the entire sentence because otherwise the entire copy will be full. So try to write these in points. So she is the second woman President of India after Pratibha Patil, right? So you should be knowing it. Now, here is an important fact that everyone should be aware of it is, yes, one more thing I want to highlight here. Here you can see the same from here. She is the youngest President of India also. Okay, so at the age of 64. So she is the first President of India to be born after independence. That is after 15th August 1947. So just to be aware of this. Yes, yes, Alifia Yusuf Ali, right. Good. Then this here you can see it here. Here this, if you zoom this region, then there are important aspects mentioned here also. So what are those? The first is she took an office, she took an oath of office in Hindi, and what? To preserve, protect and defend the constitution and the law. So this is for which the president takes oath for, to preserve, protect and defend the constitution and the law. So please remember it, these, since President of India is in the news, they can ask about the oath also. Okay, so just be aware of it, that which oath the President of India takes. Yes. The next is she was born in Odisha, Mayurbhanj district. So Mayurbhanj, let me show you. So here is India, and yes, this one is Odisha state. You can see. And the north of Odisha state, here you will find Mayurbhanj district. Okay, and this is the district which is of course very close to the border of Jharkhand. It's very famous for mines and all. Okay, so from where she belongs to. Okay, just have an idea about it. Now let's discuss another article which was in the Hindu today actually, and that is about Myanmar executes political prisoners. They include former NLD lawmaker. So this is a very important article. So I'll be discussing more about it. But before that, I'm asking one question. Okay. The question is, what is the capital city of Myanmar? Your options are Burma, Yangon, Naypyidaw, Peking. What is the right answer to this question? I'm waiting for your answers. Why it is important? Because things associated with Myanmar was in the news. In fact, in the first page in the Hindu, it was mentioned. So that is why I am asking this question. What is the right answer, guys? Yes, good. A lot of people have answered it. C, some people have answered A. So what is A? Can anyone tell me? Yes, the capital city of Myanmar is Nay Pyi Taw. What is option A then? So this is the current capital right now, current capital. Okay. And Yangon is the old capital or former capital of Myanmar. Former capital of Myanmar. And Burma is actually the old name of Myanmar. Okay. Is it clear? Yes. So please do not get confused between option A, B, and C. Burma is the old name of Myanmar. Yangon is the former capital of Myanmar, and Nay Pyi Taw is the current right now the capital. Peking is actually the old name of Beijing. Old name of Beijing, which is the capital, which is currently the capital city of China. So is it clear? These important facts you should be aware of it. I have seen questions being asked that what is Burma, what is the old name of Burma and all. Yes, currency of Myanmar is Kyat. Very good, Gagi. Good, very good. Now, you can see it here. Here is India. This country on the eastern side here, this one is Myanmar. Okay. And the old name is Burma and the capital city is Nay Pyi Taw. I hope you are aware. What happened was last year in February, 1st February 2021. What happened? The military coup happened. I hope you are aware of this. Military coup happened. And because of which, actually the democratically elected government led by Aung San Suu Kyi. Aung San Suu Kyi was the state councillor at that time. So democratically elected government was thrown and the military dictator or military came to power. I hope you are aware of this news. She was a state councillor, which was, you can say, equivalent to prime minister at that time. And you can see she was removed in 2021. So she belongs to National League for Democracy. This is the name of the political party to which Aung San Suu Kyi belongs to. So this is Aung San Suu Kyi's party, and this is the flag, National League for Democracy. Now, see, so what happened was, this is what the article says. Myanmar's Janta. Janta means, you can say, military of Myanmar is called as Myanmar Janta. Okay. Has executed 4 prisoners, means they have hanged 4 prisoners to death, including a former lawmaker. Lawmaker means, when we use the word lawmaker in India, we say MP and MLA, right? Means lawmaker means the member of legislature, right? Or member of parliament, whatever you can say. So one of the, 4 members were hanged by military, and one of them is a former lawmaker, or you can say former member of parliament from the political party of Aung San Suu Kyi. So it means the person belongs to this National League for Democracy also, and he was hanged to death. The state media said in the country's first use of capital punishment in decades. So in decades, for the first, after decades or so, this capital punishment or hanging has been done in Myanmar. So this execution sparked widespread condemnation, heightening fears that more death sentence will follow. So 4 people have been hanged, and there are fears that more hanging will happen or more execution will happen. Sending I guess prompted calls for international community to take stern measures against the Janta government. Janta means military of Myanmar, is generally called as Janta. Okay, is it clear? Yes. So that is about it. Okay. Yes. Can you take class on Myanmar? Okay. Let's see, because we'll get the schedule, then only we cancel. Okay. Yes. Guys, whoever is watching, please press the like button. Everyone, we are seeing only 16 likes, 36 is watching. Everyone, please press the like button. Yes, we are seeing only 16 likes. The next is the first page article in the Hindu, and the second half, and it talks about, this is an important article, which says no bill to stop attacks on hospital. So what does it mean? So basically, in RTI reply, so a person has filed an RTI right to information, And his KV Babu has filed an RTI, and the health ministry has responded that there was a draft legislation. It means there was a law, there was a proposed draft for a law, and the name of the draft was Healthcare Services Personnel and Clinical Establishment Prohibition of Violence and Damage to Property Bill 2019. Okay, but it has been, the health ministry has decided to withdraw this legislation, draft legislation. It means earlier there was a plan to introduce this bill in the parliament, and this bill said that if you attack the doctors, especially what happens, let's say when a patient dies, so the relatives of the patient start protesting, sometimes they attack doctors and all. So the doctors need protection from being attacked. As you must have heard about these types of things. So that is why there was a bill which was supposed to be passed. It was a draft law to protect them from violence, which proposed a jail term of up to 5 years and fine of up to 5 lakh for the offenders. So those who are attacking doctors, 5 lakh fine plus 5 years of jail can be there. But this law, draft legislation was withdrawn by the health ministry. Means health ministry later decided not to pursue this bill actually. So this is what the Hindu article says, and this is the response from an RTI inquiry by a person called KV Babu. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Yes. Okay, so let's yes, before moving on, guys, please everyone press the like button, comment whenever I am asking question, share this video with your friends, and please subscribe to our channel also. Yes. Okay. Yes. Let's move on to the editorial page. So I hope you are aware this is called as editorial page, page 6. So when we talk about editorials, these two are actually important articles. The first one is a global order caught up in a swirl of chaos. The second is learning lessons. So this is an article written by M.K. Narayanan. So let me talk about this. So basically he says that you can say this is the zoomed version. Here you will find this zoomed version. Adrift at the end of 20th century, the world of the 21st century is proving to be highly chaotic. Geopolitical experts in West define their finding as present solely to the impact of Russia-Ukraine war. So basically we are saying talking that because of Russia-Ukraine war, everything is chaotic, geopolitical volatility is there and all. And he is quoting Mr. Olaf Scholz. He is the German chancellor, who said in June 2022 at the end of 3-day gathering of G7 leaders in Bavarian Alps that the time of uncertainty lies ahead of us. So basically he is quoting, see, this is the G7 summit this year happened in Bavarian Alps. Bavarian Alps is a mountain range in Germany. In June 2022, from 26 to 28 June 2022, this summit happened. So where exactly it is? First, let me show, then I will explain what he said. So here is India, this is Europe, and in Europe, here you will find this Germany. So on the south of Germany, here you will find Bavarian Alps. Alps is a mountain range, of course, here. And here the G7 summit happened. In this G7 summit, which happened in last month, June, the Chancellor of Germany, Olaf Scholz, said that a time of uncertainty lies ahead. So he said because of Russia-Ukraine war, there is high uncertainty in the coming days or coming weeks, whatever you can say. That is what he has quoted, M.K. Narayanan. Then next he says that even if you talk about the countries of like France and England, there is a little bit of political instability and all. So if you talk about France, you can say Mr. Macron is the president, but yes, there is volatility in political life and all. So the chances of him might not be getting majority and all. When you talk about England, the Prime Minister has decided to resign. So we are yet to have a new Prime Minister. So there is volatility even there. I mean, there's no much, you can say, UK is in deep trouble, if not in disarray, means because of the resignation and all the political things that happen in the past 1 or 2 weeks. So that is what the author says. Now, when we talk about further, then he further says, here it is, Meanwhile, China's growing influence in Pacific, including Indo-Pacific and further strengthened by entente with Russia, may hardly be a byproduct of Ukraine-Russia war. So he has used the word entente. It means friendship, you can say. So here is China and Russia is having entente. This is a French word. It means, you can say, sort of friendship. I hope you are aware. If you are following the you can say news articles and also, Russia and Ukraine are getting closer, right? I mean, they are having a good relationship. That is what he has used it. Then he said, not all the efforts of the UK, US, including AUKUS, that is Australia, UK, US, then Quad, then things like partnership in Blue Pacific can hope of effectively stem the winds of change sweeping across Pacific and Indo-Pacific. So he's saying that these things perhaps will not be very much beneficial and all. To, you can say, counter the China and all. That is what he says. Okay. Not all the efforts of US and the Quad or the launch of another Indo-Pacific entity, the UK, Australia can hope effectively stem the winds of change. So whatever the changes that are happening in Pacific and Indo-Pacific will happen. Then he says that yes, he is talking about this, and this is very important, I2U2 initiative. So I'm waiting for your response. Can you please tell me which countries are there in I2U2? Which countries are there in I2U2? So I'm waiting for your response in the live chat. So, but let me explain. I2 means there are two I's and there are two U's. So two I's means India and Israel. Yes. And two U means US and UAE. Very good. Yes. Good. Good. Anisha, Gargi. No, Gargi not. It's not UK. It's UAE. Hariom, Anadi, Yashasvi, Debadrita, Sakshi. You all are right. Correct. Yes. So please be aware of it. It's UAE, not UK. Some people might write UK. No, it's UAE. Okay. So he's talking about this I2U2. So he's saying that like we have Quad, which is considered as counter to China. There is a concept of I2U2 to basically counter Iran. This is what he has written. Are you seeing it? And the Quad was for Indo-Pacific and all. And I2U2 is to target Iran as China is for Quad. Okay, so this is what he has discussed. So the idea of I2U2 is to basically corner or can say counter the Iran in this region. Okay, yes, because here is UAE, then here is Israel, and here is Iran. So to counter it, there is I2U2, India, UAE, Israel, and here is USA. So that is what the author says. So that is what you are supposed to understand. Okay, go and read about New Quad, the concept of New Quad, quadrilateral security dialogue and all. Go and read about it. Okay, yes. Yes, now let's discuss about this one, learning lessons. The side editorial, which is authorless because it represents the opinion of the Hindu editors, right? Okay. So here this article is talking about monkeypox. We have time and again discussed about it. So hopefully it will be a repetition, but let me tell you. So the author says the World Health Organization for the second time in 2 years has declared a viral outbreak to be a public health emergency of international concern. Yes, in the last 2 years, this is the second case because of course in 2020, you can say COVID-19 was declared as public health emergency of international concern. Later on, COVID-19 was declared as pandemic. Okay. So he's saying that yes, why the WHO is in a hurry? Because there are allegations against WHO that it did not inform the people at the right time. This is what he has said. Following the declaration of COVID-19, WHO had under criticism for not responding with alacrity. Means with not responding. Alacrity means energy. So they were not showing that much energy in responding to COVID, or they were not prompt enough to tell the world at the right moment. So perhaps they were late. That is what the criticism of WHO is. You can agree or disagree, that's up to you. Yes. So basically, that is why the author has said that at the right moment, WHO has declared monkeypox to be a public health emergency of international concern. Okay. Yes. Now, these are two articles in the op-ed page on the downside. Okay. So the first one is here, Golden Arm, Neeraj Chopra is unlikely hero for India's sports fan. is an unlikely hero for India's sports fan. So basically, I hope you are aware, yesterday in the last class, we had discussed that he has won silver in men's javelin throw at World Athletics Championship happened in Eugene in USA. So this we had discussed yesterday also in Oregon. Yes. So World Athletics Championship we have discussed yesterday that it is a biennial athletics tournament, biennial which happens every 2 years, and it happened in USA. So here is India. This is USA. So let me zoom USA here. This is Oregon. And here is Eugene in USA. This is the place in Oregon province where this tournament happened, where Neeraj Chopra won silver medal. So that is what about it. You can go and read it, but I think that is more than enough for you. Okay, yes. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, before moving on, guys, there's a small announcement. Go to the Play Store, download this app, BYJU'S Exam Prep app. Please download this app. This is the app. You can click download it. What are the benefits? Once you download the app, go to CLAT and law section. Go to CLAT and law section, and you will get this screenshot. Means this you will reach this page, and here you can watch our live classes. And here, learn with video lessons. Are you seeing this? We have made a very good quality static questions, static videos and all. Like for example, here GK, general knowledge and current affairs, static GK questions are there. Static GK videos are there. Please click on it. You will reach here. And there are a lot of videos which are very good quality content. It's a, can say, entire contribution of the entire team of BYJU'S, the PPT team, the video editing team, me, and a lot of people have worked hard to make such these videos. Please go and watch. Some of them are freely available, and if you buy our paid batches, then you will get the all the content of this type of good quality videos. Okay, and yes, we are launching the batch on 29th July. 200 plus live sessions will be there for CLAT 2023. 300 plus recorded videos, 45 plus mock, 9,000 plus practice question, CLAT Ignite magazine, etc. will be there. So please do not be late and go for this course, right? Okay, now let's talk about this one. We have already discussed about op-ed page. Now let's discuss about this one. Reform bail law, but make the right diagnosis first. So this actually we have discussed so many times in the last 2, 3, 4 days, coming in news again and again, that over 75% of India's prison population are under trials. Yes, we had discussed that around 80% are under trial prisoners. It means, what do you mean by this? It means simply that let's say there are 100 people in jail. So around 75, 80 means, let's say around 75 people, they are under trials, means they have not been proven guilty in court. Just they have not got the bail, but still they have not been proven guilty. Okay. So out of 100, 75 are under trials. Only 25 or 30, around 20 to 25 people have been proven guilty or convicted by court. So there's a very huge population of people in jail who have not been proven guilty in a court, which is a serious thing, right? So that is what it says. Then yes, that is why it talks about that presumption of innocence. What is presumption of innocence? It means, I hope you are aware of these terminologies, that a person is assumed to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Until proven guilty in a court of law. Yes. So you have to assume a person to be innocent until he is proven guilty in court. Yes. Okay. So that is what it says. So that is why it says that bail and not jail should be the rule. Bail is the rule and jail is the exception. Only in exceptional circumstances, when there is a fear that the person will run away, bail is denied, right? Presumed innocent until proven guilty, right, Anisha Das? Very good. Then it says, and perhaps this is a reality, that if you see majority of the people in jail who have not got a bail, they are mostly from the poor, weaker section of the society. So significant proportion of arrested person includes those from disadvantaged section of society who form the large majority of under trial prisoners. For example, the arrest of a person is, you can say, justice as necessary if the police have reason to believe that it is required to ensure their presence and all. So basically, if you read it carefully, it is very famous thing that rich gets bail, poor rottens in jail. Means that the poor, it becomes difficult for poor to get bail. He has discussed about it. Why poor difficult to get bail? First of all, difficulty in hiring lawyer, because he does not have money to hire. Let's say the court imposes bail bond, let's say 20,000 or 50,000. So he does not have the money to give that. Then perhaps if somebody is poor, illiterate, in fact, he does not have any idea of how to hire law, how things works and all, no knowledge about law and all, etc. So that is why he says that the weaker section are mostly affected by these things and all. Okay. That is what the author says. Now let's talk about op-ed page article, no room for logophobia. And another one was backsliding on climate action. So let's discuss about this one. We are not supposed to go very much in detail. But basically he is actually criticizing the recent decision. Basically what happened was, recently the Lok Sabha Secretariat declared some word as unparliamentary. So when there is something called as unparliamentary word, it means it is generally considered as, I can say, not a very decent word. And these words should be avoided in the parliament, and if you have spoken, then those words will not be taken into record. It will be removed from the record and all. So basically it means that you have to be decent enough in the parliament. Okay. So he is criticizing that some of the words which are not considered as very indecent have been also put here. That is what the author says. Okay, that Jumla GV, COVID spreader, snob, get ashamed, abused. These are also, I can say, the terms which have been included in unparliamentary words. So many people have criticized, etc. And also the author is saying that you can say, yes, expunged words, right? Gargi, right? Huh? So that is what he says. So if you are interested, you can go and read it, but that is more than enough. Now the next is backsliding on climate action. So this is an article written by Mr. T.S. Tirimurthy. He is I can say, former India's representative to United Nations, or permanent representative to United Nations. Okay, so he has basically mentioned that countries in Europe led by Germany, Austria, and Netherlands are cranking up their coal plants again. Coal exports are to Europe are surging, fossil fuels are making a comeback. So he's saying because of the Russia-Ukraine war and a lot of reasons, still we are going back to coal, which is a non-renewable energy. So it's a bad sign. In Europe, they are going back to coal. So that is what he writes. So basically, we should go to the renewable source, right? Rather than going to the coal and all, which is causing a pollution and all. So that is what he says. And he says that while the current problems are being blamed on Ukraine conflict and more specifically Russia, they actually started when power prices began surging and all, etc. before Ukraine. So he's saying that yes, some people are saying that because of Russia-Ukraine war, this is the reason. But in fact, before Russia-Ukraine war, these things have been rising. This is what he has said. Okay, now, and the same here he talks about, he says that therefore developed countries must reach to net zero well before 2050. I hope you are aware that India has announced by 2070 we will be having net zero emission. Net zero emission means whatever we are producing, we will be absorbing it back. That is called as net zero emission. Okay, now the statement therefore calls on developed countries to do a net negative on mitigation by 2050 rather than just net zero. So he is basically saying that you can say not only net zero, but we have to absorb more pollution, means more carbon dioxide. We have to be net negative now, because the time has come that there's so much pollution that we have to absorb by planting more and more trees to absorb more and more carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases. And he has used a very good word, the global net zero. So not only every country should be net zero, every country should ensure that the entire world should become net zero. Means, let's say for example, if a country becomes net zero, he has to help other countries to ensure that the other country, the neighbors and other countries should also become net zero by helping others. That is what the main idea is. So thanks to the efforts of India, the phrase used in 2021 summit level declaration at both G20 and Quad were global net zero. So now we have to focus on entire world becoming net zero emission. That is what the author says. Is it clear, guys? Everything is crystal clear. Guys, please press the like button and share this video with your friends. I am working hard to ensure that you should understand this session and all, right? Now, the next article was the next page, I mean, I think it was in page number 8. The Supreme Court Collegium recommends 35 names for judges in 6 high courts. So this was an article. I am asking one question. Can anyone tell me, if a high court judge is appointed, how many member collegium of Supreme Court is there? And if a Supreme Court judge is appointed, how many members of judges are there in Supreme Court collegium for that? So basically you should remember it. For appointment of a high court judge, there is a 3-member collegium. And for appointment of a Supreme Court judge, there is a 5-member collegium. So you can see it here. In a significant step to fill the vacancies in higher judiciary, the Supreme Court Collegium headed by Justice N.V. Ramanna approved, you can say, 20 advocates and 15 judicial officers as judges in high courts. So 20 advocates, judicial officers are mostly the district judge, session judge will be promoted as a high court judge, right? Yes, high court 3-member and for Supreme Court 5-member. Yes. So that is why he says Chief Justice N.V. Ramanna and 2 other judges, Justice U.J. Lalit and Justice A.M. Khanwilkar. So 2 judges here and 1 Chief Justice of India. So total 3 judge collegium will be there, 3 judge Supreme Court collegium to recommend names for high court judges. Yes, I think you are aware of this. Good, Debadita, right? So that is what is being mentioned here. So go and read more about it, collegium system and all. Then there was an article in World Page in page number 13. Taiwan holds drill amid China tensions. See, Taiwan on Monday staged air raid and military drills coinciding with concerns over forceful Chinese response to a possible visit to island by US Speaker of House Nancy Pelosi. So first of all, here is India, this is China, this is Taiwan. So there is a belief of China that there is concept of one China policy, that of course China believes that this is Taiwan is its part. Okay, so that is why they do not recognize officially that Taiwan is an independent country. So what happens is Nancy Pelosi is most likely, there were news that Nancy Pelosi might visit Taiwan this year. So who is Nancy Pelosi? So Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of House of Representatives. What is Speaker of House of Representatives? So it is similar to, you can say, in India we call it as the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Like we have Speaker of Lok Sabha, lower house. So in USA, they have 2 houses, House of Representative and Senate. Okay. So House of Representative is the lower house of USA Congress. So US Congress is basically US Parliament. Yes. So Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of US House of Representative, or you can say Speaker of the lower house. She will be coming, most likely there were news that she will be coming to Taiwan. So that is why these things etc. were in the news. Okay. Is it clear, guys? You understood it? And the capital of Taiwan is Taipei. Just be aware of it. Okay. So guys, these are our, you can say, successful students from the BYJU'S exam prep. Please download the BYJU'S exam prep app and go to CLAT and law section and watch our content and all. So is there anything to ask? Is everything crystal clear, guys? You want to ask anything? You can ask. Yes. So yes, one more thing I want to clarify, because yes, when we are talking about collegium, the collegium recommends the name for a high court or a Supreme Court judge. Okay. Finally it is approved by the President of India. Yes. So please be aware, if somebody is asking who appoints the judge of high court or who appoints the judge of Supreme Court, so the answer should be President. President appoints judge of High Court and Supreme Court. Okay. On the, you can say, on the basis of recommendation of Supreme Court Collegium, you can say this. Okay. Yes. This is all about today's class, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Please press the like button, share this video and subscribe to our channel.